So here we're going to solve for this. Now this is multiple choice, so you could in fact plug some of the answers in and find out which one works. So I'll show you that here in a sec. But this is cross multiplication, so we're going to multiply here. And we're going to multiply there. Notice how I wrote it, we're going to distribute it in. So we're going to get 5m plus 5 is equal to m squared minus 1. Then we're going to move everything to the other side. So that's a 0, because they all cancel, m squared minus 5m minus 6. Now we're going to tic-tac-toe. So we tic-tac-toe or factor it. So we get m minus 6, m plus 1. So then our solutions are going to be m is equal to minus 6 is equal to 0, m plus 1 is equal to 0. So when we solve, we get 6, and we get negative 1. Now we need to plug these in and try them. So if I put a negative 1 in over here, does everyone notice that I get a 0 in the denominator, which means this cannot be an answer because it gives me a 0. The 6 will work just fine. Now remember what I was saying is you could plug these in and figure this out. So if this was multiple choice, you could just plug these in and figure it out. Because you could put the 6 in and get 5 over 35, and put the 6 in and get 1 over 7. And you just divide it in your calculator, throw the same decimal, so you have the right answer. Same thing with this one. We're going to distribute this one, so I'm going to put that up here. It's cross multiplication. And then here we're going to distribute this as well. So we get 9m squared minus 81 is equal to m cubed plus 3m squared. We're going to subtract 9m squared from both sides and add 81. So we get 0 is equal to m to the third minus 6m squared plus 81. And then from here, this is quite a difficult problem from what I'm seeing because of how this turned out. So let me just double check my work to make sure I'm right. And I am. So I'm going to use my calculator here to make sure I have the right answer or I'm heading in the right direction. So I use my calculator here. Now remember, to solve this one, this is quite a hard problem, is we're going to take 81 and find all the ways to get 81. So plus or minus 1, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 9, plus or minus 27, plus or minus 81. Then we're going to pick one of them and then try it using synthetic division or long division. So we have 1, negative 6, 0, and 81 because we have to have a 0x there. Then we're going to add down, multiply, add down, multiply, add down, multiply, add down. We got a 0, so x squared minus 9x plus 27 is what's left, and that cannot be factored. And then we have x plus 3. So if I'm going to separate and solve this, this is going to be negative 3. And then this is going to be an imaginary solution if I use my quadratic formula, is what you'd have to use. And so that's actually not going to work. So then negative 3 would be the answer. So m equals negative 3. Now, with that, what I want you to know how to do is we got to check it. So if I put a negative 3 in here, what happens? It makes a 0. So then this won't work either. So this has no solution. Again, this is going to be multiple choice test, so you can just plug your answers in and see if they work. And you get the same decimal on the left and on the right. If they never work, then you know that there is no solution. Alright, so this is the last one here. This one is going to be interesting. We're going to use some solving techniques. So the solving technique I'm going to use is I'm going to multiply everything by each denominator. So I have an x plus 3. So I'm going to multiply everything by x plus 3. And then that's that denominator here, so I got that one. And then I'm going to multiply everything by x plus 2 as well. So I'm going to do that denominator as well on everything. And what that's going to do, it's going to cancel out the denominators here. And what's left, we're going to bring down. Now remember with this that this is multiple choice. So you can take your 5 that is A and plug it in and see if it gives you 3. You can take your 1 that they give you and just try that first. That might be quicker. If you can't find one doing that, then I'd recommend going through this long process. We're going to distribute. We're going to distribute. Then we're going to FOIL. And then distribute. So let's see here, this is going to be, the FOIL is going to be x squared plus 5x plus 6. So I'm going to get 3x squared plus 15x plus 18. And then we're going to subtract everything over. So we get, and then this is going to be 5x right there. 5x. And then this is going to be x squared plus 15x plus 18. We're going to subtract 5x over. So we get 0 is equal to x squared plus 10x plus 18. And let's see here, 6 and 3, 2 and 9. I'm going to check my work. It doesn't look like we're going to get anything that's going to work here, is it? So these are some hard problems at the end. Let's see here. Just double checking my work. X squared plus 5x plus 6, that's correct. 15, 18, yeah. So let's use the quadratic formula. So negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Remember when you do this, again, like I keep telling you, this problem is multiple choice. So I do 10 squared, 400. 4 times 1 times 18. All over 20. Let me use my calculator here. 4 times 1 times 18. 4 times 1 times 18 is 72. So negative 10 plus or minus square root of 100 minus 72 all over 20. We get negative 10 plus or minus the square root of 28 over 20. And then that's going to be negative 10 plus or minus root 4 times root 7, because we're going to simplify, over 20. Oh, it's not over 20, it's over 2. I'm going to go back and erase all these. It's over 2. And then we're going to have negative 10 plus or minus 2 root 7 over 2. Then we can divide out the 2 here. So we'll get negative 5 plus or minus root 7. And that is the answer. So if I was going to use this on my paper and I was going to try to work backwards, I'd actually just put this in the calculator. So I would find the decimal. So it is negative 2.35 and negative 7.65. When I put that in the calculator, and then I'd take these numbers and I'd plug them in. I'd plug them in and find out which one gives me 3. So if you have any questions, let me know. These last 3 problems are a doozy, and that's why I made their own video. They're kind of one of those problems where it's like, do you want an A? Let me see if you get these right. Because again, to get that A, we got to show above and beyond work. If you're a senior and you're taking this, you know, do your best. Work backwards like I've been talking about this whole time. See if that helps you get some solutions. But don't get so caught up on these 3. It's not worth your time. I'd rather have you study the other 2 videos. This is why I separated it this way. And then if you master the other 2 videos, then try to master this one.